Lee, I'm sure you're very pleased with the points. It was a tight game.
Yeah, I would say it was a cagey game. We had quite a bit of possession, didn't we, in the first half? And the way Aldershot were setting themselves up was, making it difficult to exploit. But we thought that in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, if it was carrying on the same vein, that we'd change a couple of personnel to change formation, and in doing so, yeah, we managed to get ourselves ahead. But yeah, it was a tight game.
We haven't played for a couple of weeks, and it almost nearly went wrong within 30 seconds. Bit of lax play by Sean Densmore, which is uncharacteristic of him, and it was a decent chance, which maybe they didn't make the most of.
I totally agree with you. I mean, from the position, you would expect yourself to score down the other end, wouldn't you? So that was a let off. So yeah, we haven't played for a couple of weeks. First league game in 3 weeks. Maybe caught a little bit cold, but that was in the first couple of minutes, wasn't it? I thought after that, we had the lion's share, if not a little bit more, of the possession, which in a way shows how far we've come, doesn't it? I mean, the first game of the season was away at Aldershot. We were defeated, and deservedly so in my view as well. But today they were, the way they set themselves up was to let us have possession in our own half, and obviously try and exploit the gaps that we may have left in attacking, on the counter attack.
Yeah, this seems to be a feature in recent weeks of teams having had us watched and allowing us to have the ball at our leisure almost in our own half. I think we saw it against Dover, we certainly saw it against Bath City, and we've seen it this afternoon. So it does require a lot of patience when you're dealt that sort of hand.
Yeah, you've just said the optimum word, Flanny. I've been saying that for quite a few weeks now, that when we are having that kind of possession, sometimes you can be a little bit too eager. You might have kept the ball for 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, which is a long time on a football pitch, isn't it? But then if you run out of patience, you can end up forcing things, which results in giving the ball back to the opposition. So that's something that we continue to drill into the players, that work the ball around the pitch, and the gaps will start to show. I mean, it's a completely different league to where we operated last year. The way teams are set up, the obviously training regimes and things like that. You don't get those, you don't get those 6 and 7s, do you, or 5s or whatever. You have to work very, very hard for anything that you do get, which we had to do today, which we showed today, and we got ourselves, we edged ourselves in front. We had a nice little spell just before we scored, didn't we, where we were exerting a bit more pressure, stretching the game out a little bit more, which is obviously what you want when you play against opposition that are rigid in the setup, and do have the ability. Because I noticed in the first half that we could have paid the price because of their pace on the counter attack. But we managed to find the answer, so obviously pleasing.
And the Aldershot manager had said before the game that he'd studied the Altrincham method of play from set plays, and we seemed to try one or two different things today.
From set plays? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's not rocket science, really. I mean, we're a part-time club. We operate training a couple of times a week. We have to tick the certain boxes that we have to tick, but we do give them a bit of a free rein. Concerning set pieces. Yes, they'll practice them, but obviously it's depending on the lineup, then, isn't it? And it's dependent on who's in that lineup. So. The players do have license to to exploit that, and if they see something that's on quickly, then go for it. I'll fully support them.
Aldershot have struggled to score goals this season, and their best chance came midway through the first half when they've hit the crossbar. Perhaps our defending was a little bit lax as the ball came through, because there was a lot of Aldershot to play before it. But fortunately for us, they didn't score, and after that, they didn't really cause us too many problems until Stewart's save at the end.
Yeah, wonderful save by Stewart. I thought there was a little bit lead up to the play where you question the decision of the free kick, but in saying that, wonderful reactions. He got down so quickly, to tip it away. Hitting the crossbar in the first half. I mean, in any league, you never dominate for the whole 90 minutes. You never keep the opposition out of your penalty box for the whole 90 minutes. You probably never stop them having a chance, or a half chance or a full-on chance for the full 90 minutes, no matter how much possession you have. Hence, we saw that today with the crossbar, and the opportunity at the end. We've worked hard and we've had a lot of the ball. We can do a little bit better with it, I would say. Totally pleased with the squad, Flinny. I mean, we're down to 16 players at the moment. When Kaz fit, that's 17. We've got Wilco out on loan, that's 18. I do prefer the small number. I think we reap the benefits of it as well because it's such a close knit squad, and they're most all definitely pulling in the right direction and working 100% for each other.
So perhaps you can help us out now and take us through the goal.
There was a lot of bobbling around in the penalty box, wasn't there? We couldn't tell who actually has fired it, and then I think it's ricocheted off the manager, hasn't it? That's the story I heard. But to be fair, we couldn't see from where we are, But nice to capitalise and to react first, and hence we got the goal.
You have to feel a little bit sorry for Phil Smith, the goalkeeper, because that was a fantastic reaction save.
Yeah, he made one just before where he put it out for another corner, right at the foot of the post, the opposite post, and then he's pulled off that wonderful save. Just like Stuart did. Stuart's did it. Did it for us in the last minute, where 3 points he's not turned into a point. So as Stuart said, he's a bubbly character. He's it's fantastic. And he as he come in the dressing room after the game, he says, "You do your job and I'll do mine, and we'll be fine." Which I think is probably one of the best sayings I've heard in football for a long time.
And 45 points, 15 points away from the trapdoor, 8 points off the playoffs. That's a great place to be.
Does not change. I mean, we keep being asked this question. Yeah, well, we observe the league table, plenty as we all do. From above us to below us, but we just roll the dice in every game and just see how many points that we can attain. And I think that's the best way to approach it. There's no pressure on you then. You're not putting yourself on any unneeded pressure. Like I said, I mean, we go to Macclesfield on Tuesday. Macclesfield have been here two times this season to Moss Lane and been disappointed on both times they've visited us, so they will be well up for it on Tuesday, not just because they want to maintain the league position that they're in, but obviously it's quite a local derby and they'll want to avenge for that. But we just roll the dice. 14 games to go, is it now? Let's just see how many games we can win, how many teams we can we can take the points off, and where we finish is where we'll finish, and that'll be it.
That's Lee Sinnott there, reflecting on the 1-0 victory over Aldershot Town this afternoon. Altrincham go to Macclesfield on Tuesday evening, which is the first of 4 games for the remainder of February when we take on teams in the top 5 of the division.